Good afternoon and welcome back to Pardon the Interruption. We are so excited to get started today. My name is David Steinberg.
And I'm David Hull.
And we will be taking you through the best sports news locally, statewide, and nationally. Let's get started.
Since the last time we saw you guys, not too much has changed. The football team is still battling hard. Volleyball got their first district win. But what we really want to talk about today is the game day swap. Great football was played and even better dancing occurred.
Unfortunately, the junior girls did take home the win, 34-26. But in my opinion, the real competition was between the senior boys and the junior boys in the dance battle. And turns out the best team, the seniors, won. Wasn't even close, in my opinion.
And although it got a bit chippy at some times, we were just glad that everyone stayed safe and had fun.
Shout out Michael Salinas. Great performance. Great performance.
So now we're going to move on into our statewide section. First, we kind of want to talk about that college football realm. There have been a lot of surprises this year, but in my opinion, the biggest surprise has been FSU's downfall, led by their quarterback. I'm just going to call him DJU. If you want to know how to spell this or even say his name, look it up. I don't know how to.
I believe it's DJ Uwangalele.
Sounds right to me.
But, he's Hawaiian descent, so...
He's also very bad at football.
I might not be pronouncing it correctly, so you'd have to leave that up to him. But yes, he is quite bad. All you FSU fans out there, I am so sorry. After an undefeated season, except for getting demolished in the bowl game against Georgia, this just was not what I expected. But, Coach Mike Norvell has a lot of work to do, let's just say that. And for the next few months, he's going to really have to worry about his recruiting and also his commits that have already committed to the school. I'm not sure how he's going to keep those.
Especially with the transfer portal and NIL,
exactly.
You never know what can happen.
Never know.
David, speaking of recruiting, who doesn't need to do any recruiting? The Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic have a great young star in Paolo Banchero and two more in Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner. We've added on Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I have really high hopes for this season. What about you?
I had very high hopes for last season as well. And this year, that just absolutely elevates to the next level. Getting to a Game 7 in the first round against Cleveland, being so close to advancing to the next round as a young core, having Paolo Banchero average 30 points in his first ever playoff series. The Magic looks scary, and the future's very bright.
We re-signed a lot of our key pieces in Wendell, and I heard Jonathan Isaac gained like 30 pounds, which will be big for us. We did re-sign Gary Harris, which I heard no one was happy about. But, I still think that we have a great future, and we have some good draft picks, too.
I agree. Gary Harris is not good.
Okay, so now we're going to finally move into our national segment. First, we want to talk about NIL. NIL has been a huge thing in the college landscape lately, and now we're seeing some players not play because of it, which, you know what? If a school promises you money and they don't give it to you, I think that he has a right to say that he wants to sit out this year. What do you think?
I agree. We just saw this at UNLV with Matthew Sluka, star quarterback. I'm pretty sure he's planning on transferring, but they were 4-0 when he decided that he was going to sit the remainder of the season. Not only does that impact him, it impacts the whole program. Many of his teammates have followed in suit. And in my opinion, we're going to see this more and more often, especially in the NIL era.
I agree, especially as some of these bigger names are getting offered millions of dollars, and it's going to be hard for some colleges to get up that money and pay all of their players.
Exactly. So now we're going to pivot into some more national news. We have college football Heisman race. And right now we have one favorite that seems to be running away with it, and that is Boise State's Ashton Jeanty. What do you feel about his season so far?
This dude is incredible. And you know what? I had some people, not to name names, but Trevor Hopkins told me that he's Boise State. They're not playing enough good teams. They are a top 25 team. He put up numbers against Oregon, one of the best teams in the country. What's crazy is the fact that his numbers are significantly better than all of the last, Heisman running backs. And his stats compare with Barry Sanders in 1988 when he was playing against plumbers. It is absolutely incredible. He's on pace for 37 touchdowns, tying Barry Sanders' record in 30 less carries. It's unreal.
I have to say, Trevor Hopkins is a very credible source, so that take that very heavily. Speaking about the Heisman, who else are you looking at this year to challenge Jeanty?
You know what? Everyone was looking at Travis Hunter, playing both ways. It's unheard of, but he got injured. You got to think about it at the end of the year. like it's gonna come down to stats, and Genty's just putting up stats that no one else can compare with. Cam Ward, another great player, but we're seeing a historic season over there at Boise State.
I honestly don't think anyone is taking this from Ashton Genty. That is saying that he stays healthy the whole year. We don't know. It's college football. Anything can happen. But, when you have a player that's standing like Michael Myers in the backfield, just looking like he's going to wreck every single player in his way, it's a scary sight. And Ashton Genty's putting up a season that we've never seen before in college football.
Moving on into our next local segment, we want to talk about Wilder Juddelson committing to Colorado College. You know what, David? We've had some serious success in the college realm with our past soccer players. We got Henry Brown.
Dog.
We got Ryan Avalon.
Dog.
We got Shane Wright.
Dog.
Already playing at UCF. We got Caden Clifton.
Dog.
First year at Vassar. He's already playing well. But I'm really excited to see what Wilder can do at one of the top D3 schools in the nation.
Everyone knows that Wilder's a phenomenal player ever since he's come here. He came to Trinity Prep in 9th grade from Connecticut. But Wilder actually placed second in the nation last year with his team, FKK, which is obviously a great achievement. David and I both tuned into the finals. Unfortunately, he couldn't pull off the win. But, Wilder, just the humblest of guys. He never shows off to anyone. He's a great competitor. And I'm really excited to see what he can do at Colorado College.
Thank you all so much for watching today. And as always, I'm David.
And I'm David. And we'll see you next month. You viewers all right?